Hello, my art-loving people out there. I have a monstrous art haul for you today. And you may be asking, an art haul? Aren't you on a permanent no-buy? Yes, I am. I didn't buy any of this stuff, and I'll explain how and why. My desk surface right here is 5 feet by 3 feet, and I have stuff spread across the floor as well. And did I need any of this? Nope. Could I let it go? Nope. So let me explain. My grandma passed away in October of 2022. All these goodies were stashed away at my grandma's house, and I've been there a couple of times over the last month and a half or so, still going through things, even though it's been a while. And I found some art goodies that I just couldn't put in the yard sale pile. They came home with me. Are you ready to see them? Let's do it. I think I'll show you the stuff on the floor first and some of these things because then I can get them out of the way. Alright, this is a little dusty and not signed, but here is a painting my grandma did with watercolors. Sorry, the glare. See the mess on the desk? You can see the whole thing. Let's see. There we go. This is a painting in watercolor that my grandma did, and she framed it, and I thought I would fix it because it's kind of falling out of the frame and hang it for a while and enjoy it because it's kind of pretty and peaceful. Paintings are included in art hauls, in my opinion. Here's another watercolor painting she did. She and I took several watercolor classes together when I was, I don't know, probably in my 20s? Anyway, we had fun. My mom took them with us too. I do have some of my mom's paintings. I may have shown them to you at some point in the past already, but I'm not sure. If I find them again, I'll let you know. This one might be watercolor, but I'm not sure. Definitely got some pencil mark over the top of it. Not pencil mark, but like the gold. I think it's gold there. So anyway, cute little raccoon in a tree on watercolor paper anyway. And I remember this one somehow. Well, I mean, some of her paintings just stuck out to me, I guess. So here's another one, watercolor. Looks like we had some masking on this one. Anyway, interesting. And a blank canvas, not very interesting there. This one was one of my favorites. I think she did this one. It's not signed, sadly. I'm pretty sure it was her, not me, but we were playing with alcohol ink on regular canvas. Isn't this cool? I love this, so definitely gonna hang this up as well. And then I gave her a painting a while back that she absolutely loved when she saw it, and so then I framed it and gave it to her for Christmas or her birthday one year, and I just brought it back home. That's this guy right here, my old guy. I do have the process of me painting this on my channel somewhere. If I can find it, I'll link it. Okay, and then we have a huge bag of 16 by 20 canvas. All but 2 of them have the staples on the outside of the canvas. There are 12 in there, so 10 of them have the staples on the outside and 2 don't, and they're all 16 by 20. Probably fairly bottom of the line wrapped canvas, but I'm excited to have them. This container here, which I thought I could put some watercolor tubes in because I need more space for that. Some of them are just loose still that I haven't gotten through on the channel yet, but you have seen in previous art hauls, previous years. And then I kept this. It's so cool. I'm probably not going to keep it forever, but it's just stencils of shapes. So we have stars and squares, arches, like window arches, banners, flowers, hearts, stars, just shapes, rectangles, some other random shapes, circles, and ovals. And I thought it was kind of cool that they clipped into a 3-ring binder like this. So what I actually might do is just find a smaller binder and just keep them for a while. If I don't use them, like I'll put a date on them when I put them away after this video. And if I don't use them within a year, I usually give myself a year because I'm so busy. I need the full year to know if I'm actually going to use something or not because time flies. And if I don't use them, I'll let them go. I think I'm going to use them all. As long as I remember I have them, I'll use them though. Alright, something that is art adjacent but was there is this candle thing. And the reason it's in my art studio is because I was trying to get one out, but boy, that's really in there. What you can do is paint a picture and slip it in the outside of the candle, and your painting then will just show through and glow through once you do that. And I have one that I own myself that I kept for that purpose. I thought I got rid of all my other candles and candle holders for the most part, and I thought this one could still be fun, useful, especially maybe with alcohol inks or watercolor. It could be really pretty. So I have 2 of these. Now it's going to take up some room on the desk there. Then I have this whole box of frames, except some are paintings. Oh my gosh, some of these are so cool. I better show you. Another one of her watercolor paintings. Isn't it beautiful? I know you can't see it very well. There we go. So beautiful. This is one of my mom's watercolor paintings. This is an oil painting I did. Dang, I didn't date it. It's an oil painting I did. It's one of my very, very first oil paintings, so I was probably 10 or 11 years old. It's currently covered in dust, but I wanted to go over the top of this with oil paints again and improve it. I thought that would be such a fun project. Not just for me, but hopefully for you guys as well. This is an oil painting my grandma did. I love this one. I love this one. So yeah, we took an oil painting class together a couple of times as well. A watercolor painting by my mother. This one got warped in storage, but it's one my grandma did. I'm trying to get this where it's not showing a glare for you. And I just thought I would take it out of the mat, water the back of it, and flatten it out again because it's so pretty. I want to keep it. Another one my mom did. This is another one my mom did. I did this painting too. I don't know where mine is. I'm pretty sure I did it. So my grandma and I both did this painting at her house. We just opened up, we had a Bob Ross book, like a tutorial book, and we did this, and this is hers. I'll show you mine. Okay, both of these are dusty, but I'll try and back up far enough to show them to you at the same time. It was so fun. We sat on her couch side by side and followed the book tutorial. There you go. I think you can see that, hopefully. Isn't that so cool how you do the same thing and they both turn out similar but different? I just love that. I love that with my students too, because, you know, in general, they're all doing the same project, but they turn out so differently. Not an art project, but school pictures of me growing up. How fun. I don't have those. At least if I do, I don't know where they are. So it's kind of cool. I found them at my grandma's house. Then she had all these photo boxes. Can you see all these photo boxes? They're gonna fall. And I thought this might be fun to put my watercolors in. On the other side, just a sec. They have places for labels, so I could label the brand here and put my watercolor tubes in these instead of like these plastic ones, but I'll find a use for them. And if I don't find a use for them, then I will let them go. But until then, they're so pretty. I also have shelves right outside the studio in the hall with miscellaneous stuff on it for the house and life. And I thought these would look much prettier to contain that stuff too. So one way or another, these are getting put to good use. I actually have 1 or 2 more, but I stuffed them in a bag to see if it would fit for an organizing bin, and it's too hard to get out. Okay, this box here. I do have some acrylic stamps because I kept the one that had sentiments on them for like card making. So you could say happy birthday inside of a card and you didn't have to use handwriting. Definitely kept the sentiments. I have some of my own too for Christmas and whatnot. Paper cutter I use all the time here in the studio. And do I need another paper cutter? No, but I really just need the blades out of that. And actually, it's a much nicer one than the one I have, so I'll probably just replace mine. Spritzers, Craft Bond adhesive spray. I thought this was neat. A very ancient Krylon protective clear coating non-yellowing formula. I used this today, but mine is a little bit more recent. That's probably from my great-grandma, because my grandma moved into my great-grandma's house, so her stuff was still in the house too. Spray bottles for watercolor. Replacement blades for the cutter. Some blending stumps and tortillons. I don't know how you say it. Tortillons. Double-sided sticky tape. Ooh, this looks fun. Super fun. Some kind of watercolor something or other. X-Acto knife. The cutest hat in the world, which is not an art supply, but It has ears. She knitted it. It's so cute. I love it. Should try it on, huh? I don't know. I think it's symmetrical. I don't think there is a front and back. If I try it on, it's going to mess up my hair. Anyway, there we go. Some of the tapers and the refills, because I use those all the time. Like when I do watercolor cards, I'll tape the backs or I'll tape something up. You guys have seen me tape stuff. This might take a while. Then all these blending pins, Sharpie pins, opaque paint markers were kind of fun. And then clear down to the bottom of the box are the marker bins. I have the black version of these over there and they're overflowing, and I have some markers off to the sides of them. So I brought these home so that I could put all those markers in there and they would be organized. And then when I want to use that particular brand, I can just bring the whole case over to the desk. Then we have some stuff I'm really excited about. Well, a lot of this I'm really excited about, but whew, I'm hot. Way too hot for that cute hat. Look at this next thing, guys. Look, look, look. Faber-Castell coloring pencils. Real wood, full length, vivid colors. 89 cents, general merchandise. So, Faber-Castell. I want to compare them to some other Faber-Castell things I might have. I don't know. These are probably just, were kids' pencils at the time, but isn't it cool? Isn't it cool? It's so cool. Some very interesting paper. Like, here, I'll show you. Look at this. And it has that homemade feel to it. So I couldn't let that go. And then there's a whole stack of this paper here. It's super thin. Can you see me through it? I thought we could use it as tracing paper. And then there's some white paper here and some beige, kind of a pink. I don't know. But it kind of felt like watercolor paper. So I brought it home just to play with that and see what it was. This is an air painting kit, air painting system. And you might think, well, that's a weird thing to have kept. Sorry, the box is loud. But did you know, I actually have an airbrush. I've just never used it. But I have one, and I thought if any of this is still good, maybe it would encourage me to try it. And I did talk to you guys about maybe doing a theme, a once a month theme, and maybe airbrushing could be one of my monthly themes. And then if I don't like it, then I'll get rid of my airbrush, right? Right. Huge pad of tracing paper. This is 14 by 17. Oh, and then the good stuff. There's so much good stuff. So little boards. These are gesso boards. Oh, this one's aqua board. This is a cute little painting she did. Isn't that cute? Probably keep that one around. There's another one she did. But anyway, blank ones. There's 4 in this package, 2 in this package, 6 by 6. These are 5 by 5s. Another painting she did. There's so much dust on all of this stuff. This was packed out in a shed that had been out there for, you don't want to know how long. I'm surprised any of it's still good. Some of it came from her craft room though, inside the house. 8 by 8 aqua board. There's 3 of those. Aqua board, 9 by 12. 3 of those. Arteza 24 pack of gouache. Hopefully it's still good. I actually like the Arteza gouache for the most part. And a natural sponge, which is fun to tear off and use as special effects in your painting, especially with watercolors. And these foam brushes, which I use when I varnish over my acrylic paintings, and I was down to my last one, so I was very grateful to have found some of those. The Arteza fine liner pins. I thought these would be great in those Joanna Basford coloring books that are so intricate, where the details are really tiny. I have enough fine liner pins of this size. I didn't need these, but they'll fit on the shelf and not take up much room, so I'm keeping them for now. This is kind of neat. It's just a book with clear sheets in it with black backgrounds. And I thought for smaller paintings it could be a good little portfolio book. Canson XL pad watercolor paper. It's a little bit warped, but at this point I usually only use Canson XL to just play around on, and watercolor paper can be straightened if you want to, so I snagged that right up. Ooh, good stuff here. Clear craft paper by Graphics. This stuff is fun because there's clear, and then in the back there's white actual, it's kind of like the Yupo alternative. Graphics is a little bit cheaper than Yupo paper, and It lets the paint, the alcohol ink paint soak into it just a little tiny bit more than Yupo, so you have this much more control over it. Then 32 Painting Lessons in Oils book. These are more muted than I like, but I can brighten them up if I want to follow these. I thought that would be fun. The cutest little notebooks ever, which I like to use for making my Christmas gift list, things I buy people. Another aqua board that's kind of been wiped off, so she, I think, wanted to redo this painting and just didn't get around to it. More of those tape adhesive thingies. And then, this is kind of messy because one of these is leaking, but we have Winton oil color, lamp black, zinc white, titanium white, and soft mixing white, which I really love the soft mixing white. That's one of my favorites when I was oil painting all the time. An entire box of Microns. These are ones that she, like this box she would take with her on trips so that she would have her favorite Micron sizes for Zentangle. And there's also a red pencil in there. Zentangle fine liners that are just like Microns, more Microns, and then a compass and this thing. I don't know, I think all of these in this box are used, but I found so many Microns at her house that are not used. And if you would like me to send you a set, type the word giveaway in the comments below. Because there's this set. This is the size 005 to 08. There's this set, which is exactly the same thing. And this set, exactly the same thing. I can't guarantee that these are old enough that they won't be any good, but a sealed, unused marker should still be okay, I would hope. Another one of the same thing. And then we have an 8-pack, which is 05 to 08, and then you have the brush and the GR. What does GR stand for, I wonder? Grand round, I don't know. I wouldn't mind keeping the brush and a GR, but I'm not sure it's worth opening these for that because I could give them away. And one more of the 8-pack with the brush and the GR. Oh, wait, we're not done with Microns. Heaven forbid we should not have enough. An opened 6-pack, so I'll probably end up keeping these unless somebody wants the 08, 05, 03, and 005. And another unopened 6-pack. Got lots of these to give away, so feel free to enter if you have need of one. And then colored Microns. This is cool. Look at that. Colors. I definitely will keep those and try those out. A thing of paintbrushes with bent tips. This was just in the bottom of this, so looks like one flat is still good. I'll pull that out. Faber-Castell watercolor pencils. Looks like a set of 12. Could be fun to try. What's in here? I'm afraid to look. Oh, this is cool. Look at that. An entire compass set. Something just fell out of it. It's probably a spider. May scream here in a minute. This is neat. These aren't compasses. These are ruling pins. Yeah, these are all ruling pins. That's cool. And something else really, really cool that I found. Stop. My printer's making noise over there. That right there. It calibrates itself every time I'm on video, it seems like. Look at this. Look at this. Crayons. Very old crayons. 39 cents. So we'll have to try them out for sure. Look at this. This is kind of cool. I thought this could be a purse / art bag because right now my purse is really small. I don't have it in the house with me. But my purse is about this big right now that I carry around with me. But someone in my last video commented that she keeps an art kit in her car all the time and that has saved her many times. And I thought, you know, if I just combine my purse and an art kit, maybe that would work. I don't know that I want to carry this around all the time, but it's not that big. Here, I'll show you. Okay, I know I have a t-shirt and shorts on. I'm not dressed fancy. So anyway, it's not that big and it does unzip here so that you could put it on like a backpack. If it had some weight in it, I'm sure it would sit a little bit nicer. It's leather. I think it's leather. It's either leather or fake leather, and it feels absolutely delightful, and it has all these fun pockets and ways to get in it, and I love it. Another huge, amazing, very expensive find is this. This is an oatmeal container. repurposed. In it are all these Robert Simmons titanium brushes. This is my favorite oil painting brush, like, ever. I have some Rosemary & Co brushes that are also really nice, but I didn't even know she had this many. They are all the titanium series brushes. And just look at the variety of sizes in there. We've got filberts, rounds, flats, oh, a fan brush. I love this. Then we have this stencil paint. I was kind of curious about this because it says you can do it on wood, fabric, walls, virtually any surface. It's a creamy, no drip formula. And I don't know, thought we could have some fun with it. Quilter's marking set. I don't know if that was just in here. And then an entire bin of acrylic paint. Anyway, if I ever have acrylic month, which I won't share anything with you guys about that except the result of acrylic month because it's a watercolor channel mostly, right? But anyway, I thought I could use these up, at least use them and find out which ones are still good and which ones aren't. Because I think acrylic month would be mostly in my sketchbook, so it wouldn't really matter the quality of the paint as much. Then I have these adorable little jars here. What am I going to use them for? I have no clue. Maybe just put fake flowers in them and use them for decoration, but they're so dang cute. They had to come home with me. Then there's some paint by number paint. I don't know if it's any good. I haven't opened it. It's covered in dust bunnies as well. But there were some paint by number pieces that I left there. I probably will bring this back. Well, I'll open it and see if it's any good. I doubt it is. Actually, the paint is moving as I have it upright. It's moving in there. It's probably good. Bring it back and see if they match those paint by numbers at her house. The cutest little corks ever. I need some corks in a couple of jars here at my house. I didn't know if these were big enough, but figured I would try. Some more of her paintings. These are like watercolor pencil paintings. There. Oh, she has a face in that tree. That's cool. Look at these jars too. They're the cutest. Look how cute they are. You can't even see them. There. Look how cute they are. They're so cute. Anyway, there's 7 of those or so. I kept putting them in the thrift store bin and taking them back out, putting them back in, taking them back out, and finally I'm like, I'm just gonna keep them. That's all there is to it. Anyway, so there's this whole box of miscellaneous crap. So there's glue and more acrylic paint, some glitter, fabric paint. I don't know, most of this box will probably end up being thrown away, but look how old this bottle of plastic cement is. It's so cool, and guess what? It's still soft in there. Ooh, squishy. Squish, squish, squish. So, that's kind of cool. Washable glue from Aleene's. Oh, and this thing. This thing is not a thing, it's a product that you all know and love very well. Crayons. So maybe we could compare these to these at some point, because I bet these are a lot newer. We found a lot of crayons there. These are the only crayons I brought home with me though. And then I was really excited when in the shed we came across these tins. What a find that would have been, huh? Yeah, they're empty. But I suspect they're mine, actually. I suspect that when I bought them, I put them in these roll cases. Because these are Derwent watercolor pencils. Derwent watercolor tin. Let's see. See if it's the 36 set. I bet you it is. Yes, this is the 36 set here. So what I think happened is I probably put them in this roll case at her house because I always spent time at her house. I was always hanging out at her house. So I probably put them in this case while I was at her house. I'm rolling it up here. That's why I'm looking down. And she wanted to keep the tins because they are awesome tins. So she did. She kept the tins. So let's see if this is the 38 pastel collection in this roll case or not. I'm afraid that they'll fall out. Ooh. Yep, Derwent pastel. Sure is. There's a very hard kneaded eraser in here as well. So I bet those are my tins. Just makes sense because we didn't find any of those kind of products at her house. Last but not least for this art haul, I received a gift in my P.O. box today from a good friend. You guys never gonna guess what it is. Look, it's my favorite pencil in blue. This is my Faber-Castell 0.5 that retracts to a blunt end that I was having a little bit of a hissy fit about in the last video. Anyway, my friend sent me this so that I could still have another one. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. That was so sweet of you. Does anyone want to come to my house and share art supplies with me? Because I have plenty. I have a lot. And now I have my favorite pencil back in the studio. And it's blue, which is a color I like better than the magenta anyway. Well, I'm sure we'll run into a few more things. We still have some rooms to go through at her house and some sheds and whatnot, but that was already too much stuff. I do need to find a place to put it away because I cannot handle messes in my studio. So that'll be interesting. That's going to be my task for the rest of the day. And I think it's like 3 o'clock in the afternoon already, so that may go into the evening. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this art haul. What was the most interesting thing to you? I would love to hear that in the comments below. And I will see you guys in the next video. Also, thank you Grandma for the great memories going through all this stuff again. Okay, bye. I have dust falling down my leg. It feels like a spider. In it are all of these Robert Simmons... In it are all of these Robert Simmons fuzz dust bunnies in my nose.
Some bitch in the G Street. It was you. One brother that looked up to him, that he could trust. And now he loves me. He'd do anything for me. And I gotta tell you, Sam, that kind of emotion, like watching